Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit dark in here. Sorry about that. I could turn a light on. I have a vanity in front of me, but I'm not going to because I actually prefer the dark. It is what it is kind of thing, but I'm just getting ready. I'm just gonna do some light makeup today because I'm driving to Detroit. It's gonna be a very action-packed week. So I'm driving there. It's about 3.5 hours. So I'm getting some miles on my car. I'm gonna see her house for the first time. So I've had a housewarming gift because we were supposed to go over there. I don't remember when, but I have a housewarming gift for her that I've had for like maybe, I don't even know, 3 months. So I'm gonna bring that over. Yeah, it should be really fun. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to get our nails done and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of almost thinking like, cause my outfit is all blue, but I'm almost thinking like butter yellow nails. Like, would that be so ugly? I mean, maybe. I don't want it to look like I'm sick, but wow, this really does make you super glowy. You know what'd be nice though? Is if we had one that was like half the size of this. I think the actual Charlotte Tilbury one, they do make one, but I just don't want to buy that. I think I'm gonna try this out. Just not try it out, I've already tried it, but the Rem Beauty. Just feeling it. I'm feeling it today. So 1 second, let me get this all wet. Guys, I have to tell you something. So I feel the need at the moment to issue a retraction, okay? Because, oh my God, I was telling everybody, oh my God, because I'm back into reading, as I was saying, a couple days ago. And I was going on and on about how I tried to start reading another book and then I wasn't liking it. So then I went back to a book that I know that I like, but I hadn't read in several years. It's called Alex Approximately. And like, I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. For some reason, I just remember loving this book, loving it. And I do remember that I like wasn't crazy. Like then I tried to follow up that book, the high I got off that book, with reading another one of the author's books. Like I think I read 2 or 3 more and I like didn't really, I was like, oh, like I remember not liking those. Guys, I reread that. I finished it last night. The first part of it's like, okay, but it was, I was like, why did I wait, what was I thinking liking this book? Like, I really don't know. I look back and I go, wait, when did this happen? Like, you know me, I don't like spicy, whatever. Like, I just prefer the fade to black scenario, okay? Like, where it just fades away and you don't really know anything. Like, I don't really need to know that kind of stuff. I don't want to know it. Okay, I don't. And because it's usually like really weird. It's like corny, it's like cringy. I'm like, okay, no. I just can't do this. There was like, I mean, there not as much spice as there are in like the books these days. Okay, because it's a little out of control at this point. All right, controversial opinion, I understand. But like very controversial, but like I'm reading a YA so I can avoid the spice. And I go, wait, what the I like don't remember. I didn't, like, I think I just blocked it out. I don't know. Like, or maybe I just didn't know what was happening back when I read it. Like, I think it was only a couple of years ago, though, that I read this book. So, little confused about what was happening with that one. And then there was just like corny stuff that was like, I was like the book ends like there's just crazy, like, all right, I just gotta go into this a little bit because it's like, what am I reading sometimes? Like, I know that it's kind of difficult, to but it's difficult to come up with different, interesting storylines and, and I think what I've landed on is I don't need someone to be top of the class. I don't need them to be the head of the science club, or, you know, the star running back, or, you know, I most of the time I really, like, the books that I really love are just where people are, like, they're normal, like, they're in the, somewhere in the middle, you know, of the social hierarchy. Like, I don't know. So, that's true about this girl, for sure. Like, she was definitely, like, she wasn't, like, a brainiac, and she wasn't, you know, I don't know, nothing crazy, but it was kind of like, there was a lot going on at the same time. Like, her parents were divorced, and then she moved in with her dad across the country, but the whole time she had been talking to this guy named Alex, who is her same age, who lived in California, on some Film Fanatics website. They'd been talking for months, and it was kind of like flirty, and, you know, he was like, you need to come out here and go to the film festival with me, like, ask your parents, blah, 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 like, and they just really connected over music. Movies, like old movies. And once again, I'm like, I don't really watch movies, so I'm like not really understanding, you know, all of this, but I'm like, okay, like, just push through, like, I'm not understanding it, but just keep going. So, but the thing that she moved for, so her mom, like, the whole time, like, her mom never texted her, okay, because her mom cheated on her dad with some guy, and her mom was, like, a lawyer or something, and she moves to California to live with her dad because her mom's, like, I don't know, like, kind of crazy or something, and her dad is living in California. So she ends up moving by the guy that she's talking to in the same exact town, and he's the same age, and they both love old movies. Like, who cares? No, I'm kind of like, okay, who cares about the movie thing? Like, whatever. Well, she doesn't end up telling him that she moved, and the whole thing is that she's, like, non-committal, like, she's afraid of telling the truth. I'm like, telling the truth? Like, you can't tell the truth? Like, okay, like, I don't know where we're going with this. Like, I really don't know where we're going. But anyway, okay, so basically she moves to California, and, like, she has, like, this whole traumatic history because her mom won a custody case and took this guy, the crazy guy's kids away from him. So the guy followed her home from school when she was 14 years old and shot her. Okay, and so she's very, like, doesn't want to let people in because she was shot. And I'm like, this is really, like, this is a little heavy, I think, like, for this storyline, you know? And then she happens to work at a museum, like an old museum, and she just so happens to be working with the guy that she's talking to online, but she doesn't know it. And she falls in love with this guy, and craziness ensues, but, like, he's got all this trauma too because his family is, like, a famous surfing family, and his grandpa's name was Pennywise, and he died surfing, and then his dad lost his arm from a shark surfing, and then he's got all this trauma because he's the one that saved his dad from the shark, so he's got, like, you know, crazy scars as well, like, and he's been afraid to, like, go surfing again, and his sister's, like, a pro surfer, who's 16 years old, and he also has this friend who's, like, a heroin addict or something, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm reading these for, like, the fluff, right? This is crazy. Like, this is actually crazy. Well, anyway, all of this craziness happens, okay? And meanwhile, she's, like, she dresses like a 1950s pinup girl, like, every day. Or, like, 1920s, I don't even know. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, like, there's a lot of moving parts here, and it's, like, a lot to remember, okay? So then one of the scenes, like, they're they're, like, dating, and, you know, they fall in love, they're, like, it's kind of like enemies to lovers, but it doesn't last very long. And then there's one part where, like, the heroin addict guy steals her moped, and then they have to, like, fight, and, like, there's a lot of violence, and then the guy's mad, like, the heroin addict best friend is really mad, so he comes and, like, tries to shoot up the family surf shop, and both of them tackle him and, like, take him down and then call the cops, and, like, they get stuck in a museum one night, and it's, like, there's just a lot, like, it was just kind of like, there's too much going on right now, I think. But at the end of it, you know, they meet, you know, he gets really mad because he thinks that she's like, you know, he finds out before her that she's the girl that he's been talking to online. And he gets mad about that, and he thinks that she's been trying to, you know, take him for a ride, or like, I don't know, like mess with him or something. And then he realizes later that like she's dead serious, like she doesn't even know who he is and doesn't know that he's the guy she's been talking to. And obviously everything's kumbaya, like they love each other. Then they like meet up at the film festival as the ending scene, and they talk it out, and they're like, I didn't know it was you. I didn't know it was you. I knew, I found out this time. I wanted you to figure it out on your own. And it's like, you couldn't even tell her. I'm like, okay. But then this is the part where I go, okay, wait, what the hell are we doing? Okay. At the end, she decides that she's going to like sign up for roller derby or something like that, like a team. Okay. And she's like on a team with a bunch of 30-year-olds. Like, I don't know why that was pertinent information, but it was. And then at the end, like the book literally ends with, because her online screen name was Mink, and the book ends with, I am Mink, hear me roar, when she's about to start her roller derby. And then it's end scene, like cut the camera. I go, what the, hear me roar? I couldn't, I'm like, I just shut the book and I go, what the was that? I don't remember any of this. Like, I seriously, genuinely, I do not remember any of that happening. And if I did, I would have never picked that book up. I never would have picked that book up. I have no idea what was happening. And I'm like, dang it. Like, should I not go back and reread my old favorites? Because this is really turning out to be bad for me, because I don't want to have to like start hating my books that used to be my favorite, you know, but I think it's just, I think it's better that I face the music at this point. Like, maybe I was like, I don't know why I love that book. I really don't know. I don't remember. I think I was just skimming through it, apparently. So yeah, really strange, really, really strange. So, oh God, I don't know. I'm like, what is happening? Where did all the good books go? Where did, you know, and it's kind of unfair because I like to be very nostalgic about, you know, books, and I like to be sort of self-righteous and be like, the books used to be so much better, and then I reread like an old one that I used to love. You know, I reread the good books that they used to make in question, and I go, what? This is worse than anything that's out now. But I really, I don't know what's happening. So anyway, that's my retraction. I feel it's necessary that I come out and say that, because wow. It was a wow. Let's just put it that way. It was a wow. Okay, so now that I've spoiled the whole book for you, I would not pick that one up. Okay, I would not pick it up. I would not. All right, so anyway, I'll be moving on to my next book, and I'll keep you updated on what that is. So, all right, well, I'm gonna continue to finish my book, my makeup, and then I'll be back and I'll show you the final result. Like I said, just doing some light makeup today. So here's the makeup. I didn't do my lips yet because I'm about to eat, but I will set my face. I think this might be the longest lasting mist that I've ever owned. And now that I've said that, it's going to probably run out, but I can feel like a lot of product's still in there. Yeah, like I said, I'm about to go eat, so there's no reason to do my lips right now. All right, so I just ate, and I have some pool people coming. They should be coming any minute now, between 10 and 12. So I'm coming down here really quick to iron this. And I have actually my iron set up before I left, because I was ironing something else. So let me put this over here, plug this in. This is not something I think that would be able to steam very well. Oh, there's another tag right here. All right, I mean, you guys get the picture. I'm just gonna lazily do this really quick. And just like that, we are closed for the season. goodbye to the pool. We will see you again next year.